Sorry about that, you guys. I trying to flip the camera around so that you guys can see what I'm seeing at the same time. We got some nice oyster mushrooms right here. These, I've heard them called a dozen types of nicknames for them, kind of like these bigger ones. I've heard a lot of people call these elephant ears, but it's an oyster mushroom. Not too many lookalikes of them, and most of them that you find really don't have any stems. They basically have the gills and break off right off the tree. You can go right off the tree, like these guys here. Or if we come over here, and we got something growing up on this dead tree. And, I mean, these things are just, they'll go way, way up there. You can see it there at the very top. We got a nice little cluster there at the very top too. But I've always had better luck finding them this time of the year because all the trees and foliage is gone, and they tend to like cooler weather, and the sun doesn't dry them out before they reach maturity. But they coming in out up underneath. You see the mycelium right here. As long as you don't damage the mycelium, it's like this will continue to have oyster mushrooms as long as someone doesn't come over here and clean house and just takes everything. It's always a good thing to, whenever you guys picking mushroom, is just to pick a few here and there so they can continue to spread their spores and continue to have them. I myself like these little bitty guys myself. They all taste the same, but these are just a lot more tender. Look at these right here. You know, these would be ready to harvest here in a few days. Little bitty guy right there, and that one there coming up out of the bark. Wonder if I can pull this back just a little bit. Yeah, we got a few in there. I'm not gonna pull it off though. But over here on this log over here, we also got some nice ones on this old down log. There's a nice little cluster right here. And they've come in multiple colors. I've seen them, several different species of these here. I've seen them bright white to cream colors to these kind of like these here are almost like a gray, like a tannish gray color. Just really beautiful. And I myself, I think this is one of the best tasting mushrooms that you can come across with. And I mean, you get some nice big ones right here. I mean, these are all really good eating. When they get about that size there, they do tend to have a little more of a rubberier texture to them, but they still have a really great taste for them. And I'm definitely going to be harvesting me some today. I mean, just look at that. Aren't those just beautiful? Here on the back side as well. Oyster mushrooms is, I'd always have to say, is definitely something's been eaten on this one right here. Either that or somebody's already been out here harvesting some of it. But I always say these are always really good beginner mushrooms. There's not too many poisonous ones out there that kind of even resemble these oyster mushrooms. And that whole phrase, if you see a white mushroom, leave it alone, it's kind of poisonous. Well, like some of these oyster mushrooms, you know, some of them are really, really pretty white. I see them even gold colors. And yeah, you'd most definitely want to make sure that you are not getting any of the poisonous ones, and you want to make sure you know exactly what you're identifying 100% before you even try to eat them. But I've never had any problems with these oyster mushrooms, and I always say it's always a good beginner mushroom. Wish I could find something else other than these oyster mushrooms, but I'm definitely going to come back later and harvest some of these oyster mushrooms. I mean, there's more than enough plenty on this one here. I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys, and I'm going to walk around a little bit to see if I can find some more on some of these other trees. And I'll get back with you guys later.